This week, we're taking you inside our balcony cabin on the Discovery Princess. Balcony cabins are supposed to be the best way to experience Alaska, right? But did this one actually deliver? We're breaking down what we loved and sharing a very unwanted surprise that we didn't see coming. If you're considering a balcony cabin on Discovery Princess or planning an Alaskan cruise, stick around for the good, the bad, and everything in between. We're halfway through our Alaskan cruise on the Discovery Princess, and today we thought we would give you a little bit of a cabin review.
So we're in C525. It's a standard balcony room.
And let's show you around. Like all Princess ships, it has the self-opening door. It senses your medallion and you can just walk on up and open the door, not have to slot any cards. Sometimes it doesn't work though, and you have to hold your medallion up. So coming in nice and bright. We're about to go into the corner. It's going to be dark here because we've done something we're probably not meant to do, and that's stick band-aids over the sensor lights, because in the middle of the night the sensors will pick up anyone going to the toilet and it illuminates the whole cabin. No one has said anything though. So coming around here, there's a well-equipped walk-in robe, and we've got loads of hangers. If you cruise with Princess and there's not enough hangers, just ask for some more hangers. Our cabin steward, we love him. He's the best. I asked him for fat person robes, and he bought us not the standard robes, but these beautifully lined. We've not had these before. They're all soft and silky and beautiful. I think they're for suites. We haven't had them for our status before, no. So don't know. There are shelves, plenty of space if you are bringing loads of luggage, and there is a safe that you can set to lock your valuables in. Then into the bathroom. It's very similar to other ships, but there's a few things I really like about it. In the shower, there's actually a ledge that you can put things on, and it's really handy if you're a lady and you want to shave your legs, because you can put your leg up on it. Water pressure's excellent, plenty of vanity space, heaps of shelf space to hang things. Just seems to be a little bit bigger than some of the others. Comes with body lotion and hand cream on the sink, and there's also 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner that I don't use in there, and body wash in the shower. And the nozzle to have a shower, you can take it off, you can take it on. You can also put it up, which Simon does, and then when I have my shower, I pull it down. I don't know if he's noticed that.
Yes, I have. It's very annoying.
Okay, coming into the lounge room and bedroom and balcony area and workspace. The bed does appear to be a little bit different to the other ship's beds. It isn't quite as soft. Princess beds, I love them. They're so comfortable. This one's comfortable, but it just doesn't seem the same as the other ones. The pillows don't seem the same either. I'm not quite sure. Simon, do you think they're different?
I found my pillow does get a bit flat in the middle of the night. You know, you've got to give it a bit of a fluff up. Yeah. Otherwise it gets very thin.
Apparently you can ask. There's 2 different sorts. But normally on our cruises with Princess, they're the most amazing pillows. They're not been quite as good this time. And normally when we've cruised before, there's been 4 pillows on the bed. There was only 2, and I actually asked for another one because I need 2 pillows. Apart from that, it's the normal bedding with your sheet and your doona cover. In the room, there are 2 bedside tables. If you are in the queen bed, they're on either side. If you have it separated to a twin, that you've got 1 each as well. There's 2 closed drawers you can keep things in, 1 open drawer. There's 2 lamps and the light switches to operate the room. There's ones on either side. There are USB-A chargers in each of the lamps. Electronics are USB-C, so they're no good for us. We have the adjustable air conditioning unit, which we've had up, down, depending on how hot and cold it's getting. And the televisions are equipped with movies, TV shows. You can look at the menu for the lunches and dinners and breakfasts on there. Everything that comes with your normal Princess television. Then we have the bar area. You get your breakfast orders that you can order what you want for room service free of charge, hang it on the door. You've got your mini fridge in this cupboard as well. Princess gives you the bag. They're not the paper, they're not the material bags anymore. They're more plasticky. Actually not bad. Obviously there's a bin. Then directly over, there's the workspace. Enough that you can work on a computer if you need to work. There's 2 plugs there that we've got no idea what they are. Then there's a USA one, so we're using our universal adapter in there, and we're using our charger just to prop it up because it falls down. Most times we do travel with a little extension, USA American extension cord, which makes it easier, but we've forgotten to pack that. There's 3 drawers in there to store things, your phone. Something different in this one, this ship compared to others, is the hairdryer is in the drawer. Normally it's on this really ugly thing, but that's pretty nifty. Very comfortable, well lit. Then we've got the balcony. Remembering this is a standard balcony. The deluxe balcony, I think there's 2 other kinds of balconies. One comes with it's a bigger room with a lounge in it, and then one with a slightly bigger balcony. But let's take you out to the balcony. And on the balcony, they're compact, but they're large enough to sit out here comfortably. You've got 2 chairs that recline slightly and a small table. The room's beautiful, it's functional, it's reasonably spacious, but there are some negatives. Simon, you're behind the camera. What is the negative that drove me crazy on the first night?
The door does creak and groan a little bit, the sliding door out onto the balcony.
No matter how many times I got up and jiggled and moved and opened and closed, it was like a persistent banging. But there's a solution, put earplugs in, it helps. I think that's about the only negative we found.
Yeah.
So C525, we give it a thumbs up. Next week, we're heading to Vietnam for 7 weeks, challenging ourselves to live on just 100 Aussie dollars a day. We'll be dropping a full series covering what to do, where to visit, how much things really cost, and sharing all of our honest experiences along the way. You definitely won't want to miss this series, so turn on notifications and we'll see you in the next video.